Hello, epic viewers from around the world. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another rhythm and cat-fitting stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What item is encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tangible, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. I received this figurine as part of a Marvel Legends action figure lot. I procured this particular figurine via eBay. Which figurine is it, you may ask? This figurine is known by the moniker of the Iceman. Is Iceman a paradigm of perfection? Is he the embodiment of resounding perfection? Is he the epitome of perfection? I believe he is. This version of Iceman is unequivocally the quintessential version of Iceman. I love the paint applications, I love the muscle tones, I love the hues, I love the aesthetics, I love the textures, I love the shadings. I love the fact that he has ample points of articulation. He has a diaphragm joint, he has finger joint articulation, he can articulate his toes, his knees appear to be double jointed. His elbows appear to be double jointed as well. His head may be relegated to a ball joint as opposed to a disc joint. He luckily has at least 30 points of articulation. He initially came bundled with a stellar accessory. I do not know if I own it or not. It's an enigma. I need to unbox everything I own in order to verify whether or not I own it. I don't think that I own it anymore. This is the second Iceman that I procured. I used to have this figurine. Unfortunately, I was unable to retain him when I couldn't afford a storage unit to store my box figurines within, so I was forced to relinquish him. Since I could not store him in the backyard within one of my family members' vacant backyards, she'd rather have a vacancy in her backyard or a vacant area than more items to clog it up. But I don't want to harp on negativity. I finally own Iceman once again. I love this figurine's sculpt. I love this figurine's mold. His seam lines aren't very noticeable. They're relatively inconspicuous. I love his abs. I love his biceps. I love the fact that his wrists can swirl. I love the fact that he can perform an ankle pivot. He has an ankle rocker, unlike most figurines. He can be placed into any dynamic pose that you see fit. I love the light blue paint application. I love his belt. I believe he has a symbol of the X-Men embedded on it. You can verify that for yourself. There seems to be an issue. I wonder if he has an indent. A dent or a scuff or a ding or a scratch. One of the joints in the upper right arm may be becoming loose. Its integrity is beginning to become compromised. But other than that, other than one of the joints loosening, this figurine is practically in pristine condition. It's practically unscathed. It's practically mint condition. He's not marred with scratches. He's not marred with scuffs. I really don't want to compromise his durability. I don't want to compromise the integrity of the joints any further, so I'm going to desist from placing him into dynamic poses. I'm going to flaunt him on my shelf. I'll relish taking a gander at this figurine every day of my final life. I hope that I can retain him for the rest of my finite life. He's an extraordinary figurine. He coincides eminently well with the 6 or 7 inch action figure line. He's a part of Marvel Legends Series 8. He was released amid the mists of the 2000s. He was probably released amid 2004 or possibly 2005. You could double check the dates for yourself. I'm just making arbitrary assumptions at this point about his release date. But I love Marvel Legends Series 8, which was produced by Toy Biz. I also love Marvel Legends Series 1 through 15. I think that they were extraordinary in all facets. This figurine is a refined version of Iceman. He truly embodies Iceman. He looks as though he jumped straight out of a comic book and became materialized into an action figure form. In other words, it looks like Iceman turned from 2D to 3D and transcended into this Toy Biz Marvel Legends Iceman action figure that sounded uncanny and awkward and unprecedented, but I need to appease my viewers, right, by spewing utter nonsense from my vocal folds. So I recommend and advocate buying him if you can stumble upon him for under $30. He's quite a remarkable figurine. He's quite exquisite. He's divine. He's a stoic, noble, valiant warrior. He can freeze his adversaries. He can beat them to bloody pulp. And he can trounce them in melee combat. Not many villains can stand toe-to-toe against Iceman. He'll just freeze them to death and render them more likely to succumb to death from ammonia or frostbite. He has peg holes embedded in the bottom of his feet so he can be mounted to a stand. He comes with an ice bridge accessory. I'm not sure if I had that or not, but I received him as part of a Marvel Legends action figure lot, and I still have more Marvel Legends to unbox, which I'll eventually get to. And after I unbox them, I can flaunt them on my shelves. I don't want them to be relegated to these cardboard boxes. I have to start unboxing my products. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing and insightful. Once again, here's Iceman. You really can't go wrong buying this figurine, even if you detest the X-Men in general. The figurine is just extraordinary. I'll add him to my prodigious action figure collection and revel in staring at him every single day. I just love being engrossed in the Marvel Universe. I have no gripes about the figurine. The figurine is just refined and marvelous. He's a paradigm of perfection. He's an embodiment of resounding perfection. Iceman is just epic in every aspect. He's truly one of a kind. He's truly an anomaly. He's truly remarkable. This figurine is meritorious. I bow down before an inanimate object. I bow down before a hunk of plastic. Toy Biz is just commendable. It's too bad that they're defunct. This figurine was likely sculpted by the Four Horsemen Studios Corporation. It's too bad that they no longer sculpt the Marvel Legends figurines, but oh well, I can't do anything to change the future in that aspect or in that regard or in that context. I can't afford to produce my own Marvel Legends action figures. Maybe one day, but at least I can't change. At least I can't change the versions of the Marvel Legends action figures that are brought to fruition. I have no say, I have no influence, I have no clout in that aspect. Hasbro desists from utilizing the Four Horsemen Studios Corporation to sculpt their upcoming Marvel Legends action figures, and because I cannot afford to contract the Four Horsemen Studios Corporation, and because I can't afford to start an LLC, and because I cannot afford to produce my own action figures, since I lack the monetary assets to do so, since I lack the capital to do so, I won't be able to churn out the new waves of Marvel Legends. So figurines that are produced in the future for under $8 will likely never be as high quality as this particular figurine. But it is what it is. I'm done spewing words from my vocal folds. The video is about to end. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.